Heavenly Father, I thank you for every listener joining this prayer right now. Lord, you see what they are facing. You know the battles they fight in silence, the stress on their hearts, the fears they don't speak about, and the attacks rising against their destiny. Father, let them feel your comfort in this moment. Let them know they are not alone, not forgotten, and not powerless. Surround them with your peace, strengthen their spirit, and assure them that you are right here with them. As we prepare to pray, Lord, touch their hearts and give them the confidence that you will fight for them today. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every darkness positioned to overshadow my rising be shattered and return to the sender with violent force. Let every cloud of confusion, every mist of discouragement, every fog of negativity, and every shadow of oppression assigned to dim my light be consumed by fire. I decree that the wickedness designed to bury my brightness shall return to the sender, and the day formed for my advancement shall not be polluted by any demonic interference. Back to the sender in the mighty name of Jesus. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and destroy every evil announcement made against my life in the spiritual realm. Let every negative proclamation, every demonic broadcast, every whispered curse, every thought of destruction, and every satanic declaration be reversed instantly and sent back to the sender. I decree that my name will not be used as a point of destruction, and any voice that dares to call my name for evil shall carry their own wickedness back into their own life without escape. Standing on Psalm 5, O God of righteousness, let every wicked meeting, physical or spiritual, where my name, my destiny, my progress, or my peace was discussed with evil intent, be scattered by fire and returned to the sender. Let confusion fall upon every gathering of darkness. Let their agenda fail. Let their unity break. Let their plans crumble. And let the very evil they coordinated return to the sender sevenfold. I decree that any counsel formed against me shall collapse and return to its originator, according to Psalm 5. Lord, let every voice rising to speak deceit, mockery, slander, or manipulation against my life be muted, and let their words return to the sender. Let their tongues be confounded by their own lies. Let their strategies fail upon their own heads, and let their hidden motives be exposed publicly. I decree that every evil intention wrapped in pleasant speech returns to the sender with fire, and their deceit shall not land on my destiny. By the decree of Psalm 5, Father, let every evil eye monitoring my movement, observing my blessings, tracking my progress, or watching for my downfall, be blinded and have their evil return to the sender. Let their gaze collapse. Let their powers scatter. Let their monitoring mirrors break. And let their enchantments reverse immediately. I decree that any evil observer assigned to my path shall receive their wickedness back to the sender in full measure. According to Psalm 5, O God, let every satanic prediction, demonic prophecy, or wicked expectation, spoken or imagined concerning my day, be reversed, canceled, and returned to the sender. Let whatever they spoke in secret against my marriage, finances, health, purpose, family, or progress return to them violently. I decree that no evil forecast will send, and the sender shall taste the fruit of their own negative intentions, as their wickedness returns upon them suddenly. In the authority of Psalm 5, Lord, scatter any wicked person who is secretly rejoicing at the thought of my downfall. Let their joy turn into bitterness. Let their laughter turn into mourning, and let their evil desire return to the sender. I decree that those waiting for my tears shall cry their own tears, and those building my shame shall wear their shame. Every plan to celebrate my defeat returns violently to the sender by the fire of God. According to Psalm 5, Father, arise and break the power of every spirit assigned to follow my footsteps in order to push me into error, delay, regret, or confusion. Let every invisible pursuer, every monitoring shadow, every destructive whisper, and every manipulative suggestion return to the sender. I decree that my steps are established in righteousness, and any evil force attempting to redirect my destiny shall carry its own assignment back to the sender by fire. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every evil hand stretched to steal my blessings, manipulate my opportunities, drain my strength, or tamper with my breakthroughs be cut off and returned to the sender. Let the blessings they tried to divert be restored double unto me, while their wickedness returns to them with judgment. I decree that anyone fighting my portion shall receive their own evil back to the sender, and their hands shall never touch what belongs to me. By the standard of Psalm 5, O God, let every wall of resistance, every barrier of opposition, every invisible blockade, and every satanic structure standing against my progress crumble instantly and return to the sender. Let their foundation shake. Let their structure collapse. Let their intentions fail, and let the evil behind their construction return into the bosom of the sender. I decree that my path is cleared by fire, and every wicked obstruction returns violently to the sender in Jesus' name. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every tongue speaking deceit, manipulation, slander, falsehood, or wicked persuasion against my life be silenced permanently, and let every evil word return violently to the sender. Let their lies choke them. Let their traps catch their own feet, and let the poison they release circle back into their own atmosphere. I decree that every negative conversation, hidden accusation, or secret gossip meant to deform my image or hinder my progress shall boomerang back into the lives of those who spoke it. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and overturn every evil decision concluded spiritually or physically against my destiny, my home, my prosperity, my health, my progress, or my peace. Let every wicked verdict, every judgment of darkness, every negative conclusion, and every demonic agreement reverse instantly and return to the sender. I decree that the decisions made in the dark shall not manifest in my life, but shall return to the sender with multiplied destruction. Standing on Psalm 5, O God, let every agenda of disgrace prepared for me, whether through orchestrated embarrassment, sudden loss, false accusations, failed expectations, or unseen manipulations, return immediately to the sender. Let the shame they prepared for me become their own shame. Let the humiliation they designed for me become their own downfall, and let the evil they intended be clothed upon them. I decree that honor shall surround me, while disgrace returns to the sender. According to Psalm 5, Lord, let every force intending to manipulate my steps, confuse my decisions, weaken my resolve, attack my clarity, or disrupt my spiritual alignment be scattered and returned to the sender. Let every demonic suggestion, satanic influence, spiritual pressure, or emotional attack assigned to push me out of God's will be reversed. I decree that the wicked will fall by their own counsel, and their manipulations return to the sender sevenfold. By the decree of Psalm 5, O Lord, let every dark messenger carrying evil instructions, negative reports, destructive assignments, or satanic enforcement against my life return back to their sender. Let their mission fail. Let their strength be weakened. Let their steps be confused. And let the evil letter they carried be delivered into the hands of the sender. I decree that any spiritual courier sent to harm me shall not reach my domain, but shall carry their wickedness back to the sender. In the authority of Psalm 5, Father, scatter every agenda of confusion assigned to destabilize my mind, weaken my focus, disrupt my day, or distort my peace. Let the storm they prepared return to the sender. Let the anxiety they ordained return to the sender. And let the distress they crafted return into their own lives. I decree that clarity, stability, and divine order shall rest upon me, while confusion returns to the sender without mercy. According to Psalm 5, O God, let every spiritual hand pushing misfortune, sickness, delay, betrayal, poverty, or disappointment toward me wither instantly and return its wicked assignment to the sender. Let the hand that stretched evil toward my life lose its power. Let the grip of darkness break, and let the force behind it collapse. I decree that any hand that dares to manipulate my destiny shall receive its own wickedness back to the sender by fire. By the authority of Psalm 5, Lord, arise and confront every hunter hunting my destiny, those who stalk my opportunities, target my blessings, compete with my progress, or pursue my downfall. Let their arrows return to them. Let their spears pierce their own plans. Let their traps ensnare them, and let their pursuit become their destruction. I decree that no destiny hunter will prevail over me, for their wickedness returns to the sender in Jesus' mighty name. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every pit dug for my downfall become the grave of the wicked themselves. Let those who dug it fall into it. Let those who planned it be buried by it, and let those who pushed it be swallowed by the return of their own evil. I decree that every hidden sabotage, every sudden disaster, every planned downfall, and every orchestrated failure returns violently to the sender, for my steps are established by the Lord. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every wicked declaration released into my atmosphere, whether spoken openly, whispered in secret, muttered in envy, or projected spiritually, be reversed completely and returned to the sender. Let their words choke their harvest. Let their declarations destroy their own agenda, and let the curses they launched come upon their own heads. I decree that only blessings shall land on me, while every evil spoken returns instantly and forcefully to the sender. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every invisible barrier planted across my path, barriers of delay, barriers of stagnation, barriers of confusion, barriers of disappointment, barriers of misdirection, crumble by fire and return immediately to the sender. Let the walls raised in darkness collapse. Let the gates locked against my progress open violently. And let the evil hands behind these barriers receive the full return of their wickedness. I decree that every obstacle positioned to frustrate my journey is reversed and returned to the sender in the name of Jesus. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and confront every evil shadow following me. Shadow of fear, shadow of failure, shadow of oppression, shadow of sorrow, shadow of trouble. Let these shadows be scattered by light and return to the sender. Let every monitoring darkness assigned to drain my joy or weaken my faith be consumed by heavenly fire. I decree that every spiritual presence following my footsteps with evil intent shall receive its own wickedness back to the sender without escape. Standing on Psalm 5, O God, let every satanic presence that has infiltrated my morning be chased out by fire and return violently to the sender. Let every demonic atmosphere, every oppressive wind, every negative energy, every corrupt influence, and every evil projection be blown away by the breath of God. I decree that darkness cannot stand around me, evil cannot settle near me, and every wicked assignment must go back to the sender with multiplied force. According to Psalm 5, Lord, let every wicked prophecy, demonic decree, negative prediction, or evil expectation spoken over my life be overturned and returned to the sender. Let the words they release to limit me, limit them. The curses they projected on me fall upon them. The traps they imagined for me entangle them, and the failure they wished for me become their personal portion. I decree that no evil prophecy will stand, for all wickedness returns immediately to the sender in Jesus' name. By the decree of Psalm 5, Father, arise and overturn every demonic dream assigned to manifest in my life. Dreams of backwardness, dreams of bondage, dreams of loss, dreams of manipulation, dreams of disaster, Let every evil dream return violently to the sender. Let the arrows fired during sleep return to their originators. Let every spiritual contamination be cleansed by fire, and let every nocturnal attack go back to the sender sevenfold. I decree that no evil dream will manifest against me. In the authority of Psalm 5, O Lord, let every heavy cloud of trouble programmed over my day, cloud of sadness, cloud of attacks, cloud of setbacks, cloud of fear, cloud of confusion, be blown away by heavenly fire and return to the sender. Let the darkness they plan surround them instead, and let the storm they designed fall upon their own heads. I decree that my day shall not be swallowed by trouble, for every evil arrangement returns to the sender without mercy. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every spiritual delay planted in my schedule, delay in success, delay in good news, delay in breakthrough, delay in opportunities, be uprooted by fire and returned to the sender. Let the voices calling delay into my life be silenced. Let the forces enforcing stagnation be judged, and let the demons of postponement receive their assignment back to the sender. I decree that my steps will not be slowed and my blessings will not be hijacked. By the authority of Psalm 5, O God, let every evil handshake introduced spiritually, through dreams, through subconscious manipulation, through exchange of virtue, through demonic agreements, be reversed by fire and returned to the sender. Let the covenant behind the handshake break. Let the power behind it scatter. Let the benefit they sought be destroyed, and let their wicked intention return to the sender. I decree that every satanic contact is nullified and returned by fire. Standing on Psalm 5, Father, arise and silence every strange voice calling my name for destruction. Voices from altars, voices from covens, voices from jealous hearts, voices from witchcraft gatherings, voices from demonic platforms. Let all these voices be swallowed by fire and return to the sender. I decree that any attempt to summon my spirit or call my destiny into trouble will boomerang against the sender with violent judgment. According to Psalm 5, Lord, let every assignment of sorrow rising against my joy, sorrow through people, sorrow through events, sorrow through attacks, sorrow through manipulation, be reversed instantly and returned to the sender. Let the sorrow they prepared become their own portion. Let the mourning they imagined return upon their own heads, and let the pain they desired for me become their own harvest. I decree that my joy is preserved while sorrow returns to the sender in Jesus' mighty name. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every arrow fired at my finances, arrows of lack, arrows of setbacks, arrows of loss, arrows of mismanagement, arrows of sudden bills, arrows of unexpected emergencies, reverse instantly and return to the sender with multiplied force. Let the hands that release these arrows be crippled spiritually, and let the mouths that spoke against my financial stability eat the fruit of their own wicked declarations. I decree that wealth, abundance, and divine supply shall rest upon me, while financial attacks go back to the sender without mercy. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and scatter every evil breath blowing negativity, discouragement, weakness, or fear into my morning. Let every satanic wind carrying bad news, confusion, or emotional instability return to the sender. Let the breeze of destruction they release circle back into their own lives, and let the atmosphere around me be covered with fire, peace, clarity, and strength. I decree that the wicked wind blowing against my destiny shall be reversed and returned to the sender sevenfold. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every wicked foundation speaking against my progress, evil family patterns, ancestral decrees, generational cycles, inherited struggles, and inherited limitations be silenced by fire and return to the sender. Let every voice speaking from past altars collapse under judgment, and let every foundational embargo return to the originators who raised those altars. I decree that my life shall not obey evil foundations, for every ancestral wickedness returns to the sender in Jesus' name. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every evil river flowing toward my life, river of bad news, river of misfortune, river of spiritual attacks, river of disappointments, river of losses, dry up instantly and return to the sender. Let every stream of negativity they directed toward my destiny reverse and begin to flow back into their own lives. I decree that the waters of trouble will not overflow me, for every evil current returns to the sender with destructive force. By the decree of Psalm 5, O Lord, let every demonic signature stamped on my name, my documents, my destiny, my career, my family, or my opportunities be erased by fire and returned to the sender. Let every satanic authorization, every spiritual approval of evil, every written curse, every signed attack, and every marked assignment return to the sender. I decree that only the signature of the Lord will speak for me, while every evil signature returns violently to its originator. In alignment with Psalm 5, Father, arise and scatter every counsel of wickedness, sitting to decide my downfall, my delay, my tears, or my frustration. Let their unity break. Let their words turn against them. Let their plots consume them. And let their decisions return to the sender with fury. I decree that their seats of wickedness catch fire, and every evil verdict they issued shall strike them instead of me, for their wickedness returns to the sender without escape. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every spiritual thief sent to steal my virtue, my opportunities, my blessings, my ideas, my strength, or my favor be arrested by fire and have their wickedness returned to them. Let their hands wither. Let their operations crumble. Let their networks scatter, and let their evil appetite return into their own lives. I decree that nothing belonging to me will be stolen, replaced, or drained, for every thief receives their own wickedness back to the sender. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, let every wicked covering placed over my star, covering of darkness, covering of stagnation, covering of delay, covering of frustration, covering of invisibility, be torn apart by fire and return to the sender. Let the veil they placed over me blind them instead, and let the darkness they cast over my shine consume them. I decree that my star will shine brightly, and every evil covering returns instantly to the center. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every evil exchange, spiritual exchange, destiny exchange, health exchange, financial exchange, blessings exchange, attempted against me through dreams, witchcraft, manipulation, or demonic interactions, be reversed completely and returned to the sender. Let whatever they took from me return sevenfold, and whatever they tried to give me go back into their own lives. I decree that no evil exchange will stand, for every transfer returns to the sender by fire. According to Psalm 5, Father, arise and frustrate every enemy positioned at the crossroads of my destiny, those standing to block my progress, delay my breakthroughs, confuse my decisions, or weaken my confidence. Let their plans scatter, let their ambushes collapse, let their traps fail, and let their wickedness return immediately to the sender. I decree that my path will remain clear, my steps will remain ordered, and every enemy stationed against me receives their own evil back to the sender in Jesus' mighty name. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every spirit of sabotage assigned to undermine my progress, sabotage in relationships, sabotage in finances, sabotage in opportunities, sabotage in work, sabotage in plans, be exposed, uprooted, and return violently to the sender. Let those who attempt to secretly weaken what I build, destroy what I plant, or discredit what I achieve fall into their own wickedness. I decree that every sabotaging agenda shall collapse and return to the sender with multiplied destruction. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and scatter every wicked voice releasing confusion into my decisions. Let the voices sent to push me into mistakes, delay my obedience, weaken my courage, or distort my discernment be swallowed by fire and return to the sender. Let every voice that whispers fear, doubt, or deception return into the life of the one who released it. I decree that clarity, boldness, and divine direction rest upon me, while confusion returns to the sender. Standing on Psalm 5, O God, let every demonic calendar containing evil appointments for my day, appointments of tears, appointments of attack, appointments of loss, appointments of betrayal, appointments of misfortune, catch fire and be returned to the sender. Let the timeline of wickedness reverse back into their own life, and let every hour they programmed for my trouble become their own hour of destruction. I decree that my day is reordered by God, and every evil schedule returns to the sender. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every satanic messenger carrying instructions to delay my breakthroughs, frustrate my expectations, weaken my hope, or abort my answers be arrested by fire. Let the assignment they carried return to the sender. Let the curse they brought circle back into their origin, and let the evil they were sent to enforce be delivered into the life of the one who sent them. I decree that no evil messenger will reach me, for every mission goes back to the sender. By the decree of Psalm 5, O Lord, let every monitoring device, spiritual mirrors, astral tracking, evil eyes, witchcraft surveillance, demonic observation, break into pieces and return to the sender. Let those spying on my progress be blinded by their own wickedness and trapped in the consequences of their monitoring. I decree that my life is hidden in divine light, and every evil eye watching me receives their wickedness back to the sender with judgment. In alignment with Psalm 5, Father, arise and destroy every evil seed planted in my night, intending to manifest during my day. Seeds of fear, seeds of negativity, seeds of sickness, seeds of loss, seeds of disappointment. Let these seeds be uprooted by fire and return to the sender. Let the soil of my life reject every planting of darkness, and let the ground of the wicked accept back their own evil. I decree that nothing planted against me shall grow, for every seed returns to the sender. According to Psalm 5, O God, let every demonic resistance positioned at the entrance of my blessings, resistance in business, resistance in opportunities, resistance in relationships, resistance in finances, resistance in destiny, be shattered and returned to the sender. Let the guards of wickedness stationed to block my favor receive their own oppression, and let their efforts to hinder me return into their own lives. I decree that my gates are opened by fire, and every blockage returns to the sender. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and break the power of every silent attacker assigned to drain my strength, disturb my peace, weaken my emotions, or destabilize my spirit. Let their silent arrows return to the sender. Let their hidden whispers fall upon their own heads, and let their quiet attacks turn into thunderous judgment against them. I decree that every secret affliction aimed at me returns forcefully to the sender without mercy. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every evil network, groups, alliances, covenants, partnerships, formed to delay my progress, hinder my growth, or scatter my efforts, be dismantled by fire and return to the sender. Let their communication fail. Let their unity break. Let their strategies collapse. And let their agreements return into their own lives. I decree that no evil collaboration against me shall stand, for every evil network returns to the sender instantly. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every negative energy, anger, jealousy, hatred, envy, bitterness, projected toward my life be neutralized by fire and redirected back to the sender. Let the emotions they released circle back to consume them, and let the wicked feelings they sent follow them into their own atmosphere. I decree that my environment is shielded by divine light, and every emotional attack returns immediately to the sender in Jesus' mighty name. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every satanic atmosphere assigned to surround my day, atmosphere of discouragement, heaviness, fear, sadness, dryness, confusion, be scattered by divine fire and return to the sender. Let the negative vibration they released circle back into their own soul, and let the gloom they planted fall upon their own path. I decree my environment is saturated with the presence of God, and every evil atmosphere returns to the sender with violent judgment. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and dismantle every demonic expectation waiting to manifest in my life. Expectations of failure, expectations of shame, expectations of loss, expectations of sickness, expectations of disappointment. Let their wicked hopes perish and return to their own lives. I decree that the enemy will not see the outcome they desire, for every expectation of wickedness returns to the sender, and only the counsel of the Lord shall stand concerning me. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every evil gatekeeper positioned to delay my blessings, restrict my success, or block my opportunities be consumed by fire and have their wickedness return to the sender. Let the gate they shut open by force, let the key they held be broken, and let the access they denied be restored. I decree that all demonic gatekeepers assigned against my life receive their evil back to the sender, and my breakthrough shall not be blocked. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every satanic whisperer speaking negativity into the ears of my helpers, whispering lies, discouraging favor, planting suspicion, spreading falsehood, be silenced, and have their evil return to the sender. Let their whisper turn into helper assigned to me shall hear truth, clarity, and divine leading, while every evil whisper returns to the sender. By the decree of Psalm 5, O Lord, let every orchestrated disappointment prepared for me, appointments meant to fail, promises meant to break, opportunities meant to collapse, reverse by fire and return to the sender. Let the shame they programmed become their own shame, and let the frustration they built become their own portion. I decree that disappointment will not land on me, for every evil arrangement returns to the sender immediately. In alignment with Psalm 5, Father, arise and destroy every evil bridge built to connect misfortune to my life. Bridges of sorrow, bridges of chaos, bridges of demonic access, bridges of witchcraft influence, bridges of spiritual infiltration. Let these bridges be burned to ashes and returned to the sender. I decree that the wicked will not access my life through any spiritual structure, for every evil bridge collapses and returns violently to the sender. According to Psalm 5, O God, let every wicked rotation, cycles of failure, cycles of setbacks, cycles of loss, cycles of stagnation, cycles of disappointment, be broken by fire and return to the sender. Let the cycles they designed for me become the cycles they live in, and let the patterns they wished for me return into their own foundations. I decree that my life enters a new divine pattern, while every evil cycle returns to the sender with no escape. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, let every demonic substitute assigned to replace my blessing, substitute favor, substitute opportunities, substitute health, substitute promotion, be exposed and returned to the sender. Let the exchange fail, let the substitution collapse, and let the one who attempted the manipulation receive their own wickedness. I decree that no evil replacement will work, for every demonic exchange returns instantly to the sender. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every wicked amplifier increasing the strength of attacks against me, amplifying fear, amplifying confusion, amplifying heaviness, amplifying battles, be shattered and return to the sender. Let their instrument of increase break into pieces, and let the attacks they enlarge return upon their own heads. I decree that divine peace will drown every amplified attack, and all wicked energy returns to the sender by fire. According to Psalm 5, Father, arise and scatter every demonic checkpoint placed in my path to question my progress, hinder my steps, delay my movement, or stop my breakthrough. Let the forces stationed at these checkpoints be bound and have their wickedness returned to the sender. I decree that my journey shall not be stopped, my progress shall not be questioned, my steps shall not be hindered, and every evil checkpoint returns to the sender with destructive force. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every presence of wickedness that woke up before me to plan against my day be scattered by your fire and return to the sender with multiplied destruction. Let the early morning demons that gathered to project confusion, trouble, or disappointment be consumed by the thunder of God. I decree that every evil awakening before my rising collapses, burns, and returns to the sender. For my morning is covered in divine protection, and no wickedness will prevail over me. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and uproot every poison released into my day. Poison through words, poison through thoughts, poison through people, poison through atmospheres, poison through spiritual traffic. Let the contamination they attempted return into their own lives. I decree that whatever evil they attempted to plant in my emotions, my spirit, my steps, or my relationships shall not stand but will return violently to the sender in Jesus' name. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every agent of darkness pretending to be light around me be exposed and have their hidden wickedness returned into their own bosom. Let the masks they wear fall off. Let their pretend kindness turn against them. Let their false smiles betray them. And let the traps they hid beneath friendship be uncovered and returned to the sender. I decree that no counterfeit person will deceive my spirit, for their wickedness returns to the sender without escape. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every demonic delay tactic assigned to slow my progress, hinder my testimony, weaken my motivation, or interrupt my momentum be shattered by fire and return to the sender. Let the forces that stand to stretch my blessings out of season be judged, and let the demons enforcing slow progress carry their own affliction back into their own territory. I decree that my life shall not be slowed down, for every delay returns to the sender by fire. By the decree of Psalm 5, O Lord, let every evil cloud hovering over my name, my reputation, my influence, or my credibility be blown away by divine wind and return to the sender. Let the gossipers speaking behind my back eat the fruit of their lips. Let the slanderers be consumed by their own lies, and let those who wish to stain my name be clothed in the stain they created. I decree that my name is shielded by heaven, and every evil projection returns to the sender. In alignment with Psalm 5, Father, arise and destroy every altar of wickedness calling my name for trouble. Let the priests of darkness, invoking my spirit, fall under divine judgment. Let their sacrifices backfire. Let their rituals catch fire. And let their chants return into their own lives sevenfold. I decree that my name will not respond to any evil call, and every altar speaking against me receives its wickedness back to the sender. According to Psalm 5, O God, let every secret competitor jealous of my progress, those smiling publicly but fighting privately, be exposed and have their envy returned into their own destiny. Let the plots they formed, the comparisons they made, the sabotage they attempted, and the spiritual battles they initiated return violently to the sender. I decree that any jealous spirit rising against me shall swallow the harvest of their own bitterness. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, let every chain prepared to bind my steps, restrain my movement, limit my success, or imprison my blessings broken into pieces and return to the sender. Let the captors fall into their own traps. Let the binders be bound by their own ropes, and let those attempting to cage my destiny be trapped in their own snares. I decree that my life shall not be caged, for every chain returns to the sender with full force. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every enemy waiting for negative news about me, waiting for my downfall, waiting for my failure, waiting for my loss, receive disappointment and have their wicked expectations return to the sender. Let their anticipation of evil become their own reality, and let the evil they watched for become the news concerning their own life. I decree that no wicked expectation will land on me, for every evil desire returns to the sender. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every voice of darkness releasing fear into my future, speaking negativity into my destiny, or predicting defeat over my life, be silenced forever, and have their wicked words return to the sender. Let their prophecies become their own portion. Let their curses circle back into their own life, and let the evil future they described return upon their own generations. I decree that my future is covered by God, and every evil word returns fully to the sender. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every demonic projection released into my pathway, projection of confusion, projection of distraction, projection of failure, projection of emotional breakdown, be reversed instantly and return to the sender. Let the spiritual arrows fired to destabilize my steps lose their power and circle back into the lives of those who sent them. I decree that no evil projection will land on me, for every wicked intention returns violently to the sender. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and break the influence of every wicked personality attempting to manipulate my progress, manipulating my relationships, manipulating my favor, manipulating my opportunities, manipulating my decisions. Let their manipulations backfire and return upon their own lives. I decree that any person who tries to control my destiny through deceit or spiritual pressure shall be swallowed by the return of their own evil. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every evil shadow cast over my blessings, shadow of delay, shadow of misfortune, shadow of sabotage, shadow of disappointment, be scattered by divine light and return to the sender. Let the gloom they tried to place over my success fall upon their own path. I decree that my blessings will shine brightly while their wicked shadows return to the sender with force. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every satanic ambush laid for me, ambush in the morning, ambush in conversations, ambush in opportunities, ambush in relationships, scatter by fire and return to the sender. Let the evil they prepared for my downfall become the pit they fall into. I decree that every hidden ambush melts under divine fire and returns violently to its originator. By the decree of Psalm 5, O God, let every demonic manipulation of time and seasons, manipulating my progress, delaying my answers, stretching my breakthroughs, distorting my timelines, be neutralized by fire and return to the sender. Let the forces controlling evil timings against me be bound, judged, and forced to carry their own wicked burdens. I decree that my times are in the hands of God, and every evil timing returns to the sender. In alignment with Psalm 5, Father, arise and silence every agent of darkness releasing discouragement into my soul. discouragement through people, discouragement through dreams, discouragement through thoughts, discouragement through spiritual whispers. Let their discouraging energy return to the sender, and let the heaviness they intended fall upon their own hearts. I decree that my spirit remains unshakable, while every discouragement returns violently to the sender. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every evil decree written in secret against my name, decree of rejection, decree of failure, decree of rising and falling, decree of disappointment, decree of backwardness, catch fire and return to the sender. Let the spiritual documents containing evil records of my name be burned, and let the writers of these decrees experience the return of their own wickedness. I decree that only God's decree shall stand in my life. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, let every demonic whisper accusing me before helpers, accusing me before destiny connections, accusing me before opportunities, or accusing me before altars be silenced and return to the sender. Let their accusations turn against them, and let the lies they framed wrap around their own destiny. I decree that no evil accusation shall stand, for every evil whisper returns instantly to the sender. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every secret war raised against me, wars of jealousy, wars of envy, wars of witchcraft, wars of hatred, wars of sabotage, be exposed, consumed, and return violently to the sender. Let those who lift their spiritual weapons against me fall under the weight of their own evil. I decree that every secret battle ends in victory for me and destruction for the sender. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every satanic reset attempting to return me to past struggles, past mistakes, past attacks, past sins, past patterns, be destroyed by fire and return to the sender. Let the enemy attempting to drag me backward be dragged into their own destruction. I decree that I am moving forward by divine force, and every backward assignment returns fully to the sender. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every wicked blueprint drafted against my destiny, blueprints of frustration, blueprints of reversal, blueprints of sudden failure, blueprints of emotional breakdown, catch fire and return violently to the sender. For me, by the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and scatter every evil calendar drawn against my life. Calendar of delays, calendar of disappointment, calendar of stagnation, calendar of heartbreak, calendar of spiritual dryness. Let the timelines of trouble they assign to my destiny collapse and return into their own foundations. I decree that my days are ordered by the Lord, and every evil timing returns immediately to the sender without mercy. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every emotional attack programmed to weaken my confidence, attacks of discouragement, exhaustion, fear, sadness, and confusion, be reversed by fire and returned to the sender. Let the emotional heaviness they prepared become their own burden, and let the affliction they release settle upon their own hearts. I decree that my emotions are covered in divine strength while every emotional weapon returns to the sender. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every spiritual web woven to entangle my progress, webs of distraction, webs of temptation, webs of wasted opportunities, webs of weakened focus, be burned by divine fire and return to the sender. Let the spiders behind these webs be consumed by their own wicked designs. I decree that I will not be trapped, slowed, or manipulated, for every spiritual web returns violently to the sender. By the decree of Psalm 5, O God, let every evil energy directed toward my home, energy of conflict, energy of sickness, energy of financial battles, energy of misunderstanding, be scattered and returned immediately to the sender. Let the storm they intended for my household become their own portion. I decree that peace shall reign in my home while every evil projection returns to the sender sevenfold. In alignment with Psalm 5, Father, arise and silence every demonic summoner calling my spirit into trouble. Those calling my name in rituals, those calling my name through jealousy, those calling my name in darkness. Let the voice that calls me for evil be swallowed by divine fire, and let their enchantments return into their own bosom. I decree that my spirit is unreachable by darkness, and every calling voice returns to the sender instantly. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every evil dream assigned to manifest in my reality, dreams of backwardness, loss, shame, death, or confusion, be canceled by fire and returned to the sender. Let the dream attackers face the terror they imagined for me, and let the evil they attempted to plant during the night return to its origin. I decree that my dream gate is protected, and every evil dream returns violently to the sender. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, let every last-minute attacks planned to strike at the edge of breakthrough, the moment of testimony, or the birthing of a miracle, be overturned and returned to the sender. Let their ambush fail. Let their coordination scatter, and let the disappointment they prepared return to them. I decree that no last-minute attack will succeed, for every evil plot returns to the sender. Standing on Psalm 5, O God, let every demonic interference attempting to edit my destiny, limit my influence, reduce my blessings, or delay my elevation, be consumed by fire and return to the sender. Let their hands wither, let their tools break, and let their operations collapse upon their own heads. I decree that my destiny is protected by heaven, and every interference returns to the sender without escape. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every seed of bitterness, hatred, or jealousy sown against me, through evil thoughts, evil words, evil intentions, or evil imaginations, return immediately to the sender and become their own bitter portion. Let the malice they released return into their own lives, and let their secret envy turn into their own downfall. I decree that my spirit remains uplifted, while every emotional attack returns to the sender with burning judgment. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every wicked intelligence gathering operation assigned against my destiny, monitoring my movements, studying my patterns, analyzing my weaknesses, watching my progress, be blinded by divine fire and return to the sender. Let their evil technology fail. Let their spiritual surveillance crash, and let their demonic observation channels collapse upon their own heads. I decree that no monitoring spirit shall succeed, for every watching eye receives its own wickedness back to the sender. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and overturn every evil prophecy released to shape my future negatively. Prophecies of failure, prophecies of misfortune, prophecies of sickness, prophecies of disappointment, prophecies of backwardness. Let the mouth that spoke them eat its own words, and let the evil expectation return to the sender. I decree that no negative prophecy will manifest in my life, for every word spoken from darkness returns violently to its originator. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every satanic financial attack structured to drain my resources, attacks of emergency expenses, attacks of loss, attacks of sudden debt, attacks of wasted opportunities, be scattered by fire and return to the sender. Let the devourer they assigned to me swallow their own assignment, and let the financial affliction they prepared become their own portion. I decree that my finances are shielded while every attack returns to the sender. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every voice of manipulation speaking over my relationships, friendships, business connections, destiny helpers, family interactions, be silenced by fire and return to the sender. Let those who speak to turn people against me be overtaken by their own wicked influence. I decree that every relational attack returns instantly to the sender, and only divine alignment shall stand in my life. By the decree of Psalm 5, O God, let every spiritual contamination assigned to pollute my atmosphere, contamination through jealousy, through anger, through witchcraft, through demonic presence, through negative energy, be consumed by fire and return to the sender. Let the pollution they crafted become their own environment. I decree that my atmosphere is sanctified, and every contamination returns violently to the sender. In alignment with Psalm 5, Father, arise and destroy every wicked leg walking around my name, my home, or my destiny, walking to enforce curses, walking to reinforce altars, walking to deposit trouble. Let their feet lose power and carry back their own evil. I decree that the evil footsteps following me shall retrace their path into their own destruction. For every journey of wickedness returns to the sender. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every demonic infiltration into my thoughts, thoughts of fear, thoughts of defeat, thoughts of hopelessness, thoughts of anxiety, thoughts of confusion, be uprooted and return to the sender. Let the mental warfare they designed become their own mental torment. I decree that my mind is covered by divine clarity, while every mental attack returns to the sender without mercy. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, let every curse spoken casually, jokingly, intentionally, secretly, or angrily against me, spoken through envy, spoken through bitterness, spoken through anger, be reversed, neutralized, and returned to the sender. Let the words they release circle back to their own gates. I decree that no curse shall settle upon me, for every spoken evil returns instantly to the sender. Standing on Psalm 5, O God, let every attack programmed to enter through the back door of my life, attack through weaknesses, attack through distractions, attack through carelessness, attack through unseen openings, be exposed and return to the sender. Let the attackers slip into their own traps, and let the evil they designed enter their own space. I decree that every hidden doorway is sealed and every attack returns violently to the sender. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every spirit assigned to provoke unnecessary battles in my life, battles in the mind, battles in relationships, battles in finances, battles in emotions, be arrested by fire and return their assignments to the sender. Let the chaos they planned become their own trouble, and let the storms they tried to stir fall upon their own path. I decree that my peace is secured and every provoked battle returns fully to the sender. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every invisible chain tying my progress to delay in opportunities, delay in divine helpers, delay in financial increase, delay in answered prayers, be shattered by the fire of God and returned immediately to the sender. Let the spiritual forces holding back my advancement be bound in their own wickedness, and let the stagnation they programmed for me become their own portion. I decree that my progress shall not be halted, and every evil delay returns violently to the sender. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and scatter every evil conspiracy formed against my rising. Conspiracies among co-workers, conspiracies among family members, conspiracies among friends, conspiracies among spiritual enemies. Let their unity turn into division. Let their planning table catch fire, and let the agreement they made become the trap they fall into. I decree that no conspiracy will succeed, for every plan returns fully to the sender. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every wicked intention hidden behind a smile, hidden behind a handshake, hidden behind fake love, hidden behind false support, be exposed and returned violently to the sender. Let their evil motives collapse upon them, and let the destructive seed they planted in secrecy grow in their own territory. I decree that every disguised attack returns instantly to the sender. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every altar of darkness releasing frustration, misdirection, and emotional instability into my journey collapse by fire and return its wickedness to the sender. Let the priests of that altar become victims of their own spiritual operations, and let the sacrifices they offered backfire upon their own heads. I decree that no altar can speak against my life, for every evil voice returns violently to the sender. By the decree of Psalm 5, O God, let every satanic net waiting to capture my blessings, nets of failure, nets of shame, nets of distraction, nets of disappointment, be burned by divine fire and returned to the sender. Let the owners of the net fall into their own snare, and let the trap they designed swallow them with the same intensity they planned for me. I decree that my blessings will not be captured, for every trap returns to the sender. In alignment with Psalm 5, Father, arise and reverse every negative pattern attempting to repeat itself in my life. Patterns of losses, patterns of betrayal, patterns of setback, patterns of emotional pain, patterns of spiritual dryness. Let the cycles break instantly and return to the sender. I decree that I step into a new season of favor, while every repetitive battle returns fully to the sender. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every evil voice rising to declare defeat into my destiny, voices saying I will fail, voices saying I will not rise, voices saying I will not prosper, voices saying I will not survive, be silenced by divine power and return to the sender. Let their pronouncements become their own downfall. I decree that every negative proclamation against me returns quickly to the sender without escape. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, let every secret manipulation designed to redirect my blessing, redirecting financial favor, redirecting opportunities, redirecting breakthroughs, redirecting open doors, be exposed and returned immediately to the sender. Let the manipulators be trapped in the confusion they intended for me. I decree that my blessings cannot be diverted, and every manipulation returns to the sender. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every evil cloud planted over my destiny, cloud of heaviness, cloud of discouragement, cloud of confusion, cloud of sadness, be blown away by the wind of God and return to the sender. Let the heaviness they prepared become their own load, and let the gloom they created overshadow their own journey. I decree that my destiny shines brightly, while every cloud returns violently to the sender. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every attack assigned to strike when I least expect, attack through sudden problems, attack through unexpected betrayal, attack through last-minute sabotage, collapse and return to the sender. Let the wickedness they scheduled for surprising moments surprise them instead. I decree that no sudden evil shall catch me off guard, for every hidden attack returns fully to the sender in Jesus' mighty name. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every voice speaking impossibility into my destiny, voices saying I cannot rise, cannot recover, cannot succeed, cannot advance, be swallowed by divine fire and returned violently to the sender. Let their words become chains around their own progress, and let their evil declarations imprison their own advancement. I decree that no word of limitation will land on me, for every voice of impossibility returns instantly to the sender. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, arise and uproot every evil hand tampering with my blessings, hands stealing opportunities, hands diverting favor, hands manipulating outcomes, hands sowing confusion. Let those hands wither spiritually and carry back their own wickedness. I decree that every hand stretched toward my destiny for evil returns fully to the sender with destructive force. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every demonic wind blowing discouragement, fear, distraction, or emotional instability toward my life be reversed and returned to the sender. Let the storm they intended for my day rage in their own environment. I decree that my day shall not be polluted by evil wind, for every negative force returns violently to the sender without mercy. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every deep jealousy hidden in hearts around me, jealousy pretending as support, jealousy pretending as partnership, jealousy pretending as kindness, be exposed and returned to the sender. Let their concealed hatred eat up their own opportunities, and let their bitterness become their own downfall. I decree that no jealous spirit will affect my journey, for every jealous attack returns to the sender. By the decree of Psalm 5, O God, let every wicked cycle attempting to follow me, cycle of rising and falling, cycle of almost there but never there, cycle of disappointment, cycle of sudden attacks, be broken by fire and return to the sender. Let the cycle they intended for me become their own endless affliction. I decree that my progress shall be continuous, while every evil cycle returns fully to the sender. In alignment with Psalm 5, Father, arise and scatter every hidden agenda assigned to appear at the moment of breakthrough. Agenda of delay, agenda of conflict, agenda of attack, agenda of disgrace. Let their last-minute wickedness backfire and return violently to the sender. I decree that nothing will interrupt my testimony, for every hidden agenda returns fully to the sender. According to Psalm 5, O Lord, let every malicious thought directed at my life, thoughts of failure, thoughts of hatred, thoughts of destruction, thoughts of envy, return immediately to the sender. Let the evil imagination become their own reality, and let the destruction they pictured for me consume them. I decree that my atmosphere is covered by divine fire, and every evil thought returns to the sender. By the authority of Psalm 5, Father, let every satanic assignment waiting to manifest in the next season of my life, assignment of sickness, assignment of shame, assignment of heartbreak, assignment of stagnation, be canceled by fire and return to the sender. Let the future trouble they prepared circle back into their own destiny. I decree that my seasons are covered, and every future attack returns to the sender. Standing on Psalm 5, O Lord, let every voice of darkness releasing delay into my results, delay in healing, delay in progress, delay in financial miracles, delay in prayers, be silenced and return to the sender. Let the delay they prepared wrap itself around their own life. I decree that my results will not be held back, for every force of delay returns violently to the sender. According to Psalm 5, Father, let every wicked conclusion drawn against my destiny, conclusions of failure, conclusions of stagnation, conclusions of unfulfilled prophecy, conclusions of spiritual defeat, be scattered and returned fully to the sender. Let the verdicts they wrote turn into their own destruction. I decree that only God's conclusion will stand in my life, and every evil conclusion returns instantly to the sender in Jesus' mighty name. Father, thank you for the power released in this prayer. I cover every listener with the blood of Jesus, and I declare no attack or retaliation will rise after this moment. Let your peace, protection, and victory rest upon them. Lord, bless every person connected to Divine Cleansing Secret, and let this channel remain a place of breakthrough and deliverance. Seal these declarations and let testimony follow. In Jesus' mighty name,